Does 2 o'clock work for everyone? 7 replies later. It doesn't. Tuesday's out for one person, Wednesday for 2, and the one room big enough for all of you has been booked solid since March. You've spent 40 minutes scheduling a 1-hour meeting. So this time you don't open the calendar. You open your assistant, and you do what we learned in the very first episode. You lead with the goal, not the task. I need these 5 people in a room for an hour this week. Ask me what you need, then set it up. And before it does anything, it interviews you. How long? A full hour. In person, or is hybrid fine? Which building? 3 answers. And now it knows the shape of the thing you actually want. Now, to find a time that works, it needs to see 5 people's calendars. It can't peek at those on its own. That's a door, and you're the one who opens it. Read these calendars. Yes, the permission is narrow and it's named free busy only, just for this. It can see when people are booked. It cannot read what the meetings are. Then watch it work, and this is more than one step. It pulls up 5 calendars side by side. The busy blocks rain down, and the 1 hour you're all free lights up. It carries that slot to the room grid, finds one that's open and big enough, and drafts the invite. You can follow the whole path, calendars, to room, to invite, one amber dot, tracing the route it took. And then, it hits a wall. The room booking system wants a single sign-on login, the kind with the code your phone gives you, and the assistant can't pass through that. Notice it doesn't panic, and it doesn't fake it. It stops, and it tells you exactly where it's stuck. I'm at the room system's login, your move. You sign in, the one step only you can take, and it picks right back up. That's the thing to trust. Not that it never gets stuck, but that when it does, it says so plainly instead of guessing. Now it's ready, and here's where this episode is different from the inbox. Pressing send doesn't just save a draft. It drops a meeting onto 5 people's calendars. 5 phones buzz. 5 real people, mid-afternoon. So the assistant marks it for what it is. This action contacts people, and it stops. It does not send. The pause is not the assistant being slow. The pause is the safety feature. It hands you a plain question. Send invites for Thursday at 2, room 4B. Everything it decided is right there to check before anyone hears about it. The assistant did every tedious step. 5 calendars. They overlap the room, but it cannot reach across and invite 5 people on its own. That click is yours, and you take it. So let it find the slot, let it check the room, let it draft every invite, and keep the send for yourself, every single time. One honest note, booking and browsing like this is a newer, agentic feature, and on some products it's behind the paid tier. If your assistant can't act yet, the same conversation still hands you the slot and the draft to finish by hand. Next time, the email you've been dreading, the one disputing an invoice, and how to mask the client names and the numbers before a single word leaves your draft.